What is up, everybody? I'm Coach Caroline. This is Coach Blaine. Today we have a 35-minute strength full body workout for you. We're going to get going here in just a second. Coach Blaine is going to walk us through a quick warm-up and also explain movements, and then we'll get right into the workout.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start off on our hands and knees. And we're going to start with our hip flexor routine. So first movement, we're going to do donkey kick straight back. So focus on squeezing that glute to lift your leg up. Don't just punch your foot towards the ceiling. Really focus on squeezing the glute to move. Now we're going fire hydrant out to the side. Again, squeezing the glute to lift the leg. And then we're going to go back and around.
3, 2.
Now we're going to go left side donkey kick.
Three, 2.
Fire hydrant out to the side.
Three, 2.
And then back and around.
Go. 3, 2.
One more time on the right, back and around.
Three, 2.
And on the left, one more.
Go. Three, 2.
All right, let's go ahead and stay down on our hands and knees. We're going to take right arm, lightly place it on the side of your head. We're going to take elbow to opposite elbow pit and then rotate up, thoracic rotations.
Three, 2.
Go ahead and switch sides.
Go.
If you're joining us live, we're doing this first thing in the morning. Our warm-ups are a great thing to do first thing in the morning. Get that body nice and warmed up and moving before your workout.
Three, 2.
We're going to come up into a high plank.
Go.
We're going to go plank shoulder taps. You want to keep these nice and controlled. Make sure those hips aren't rocking back and forth. If you need to, go ahead and spread your feet out a little bit for stability. You can also drop down to your knees or do these from an elevated surface.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, we're going to come up.
3.
We're going to do alternating knuckle drags. I think some people call them something like grass.
Scoop in the grass?
Yeah, something like this. Oh.
Three.
Next one is, I call it quad walk because I usually walk with them, but we're going to grab and then slowly go down, try to touch the toe. If you have space and you want to take a step forward and walk with them, by all means. But if you're in a little spot.
Testing our balance here this morning.
Yeah. Also, if you need a little bit of assistance, you could use a wall or something to go down to.
3, 2.
And then we're going to rock
Go.
side to side. down here nice and low. Kind of just crawl yourself over to the other side. If you're nice and mobile, you might be able to get down.
Three, two,
All
one.
right, I'm going to come back up. We're going to do a few variations of a good morning. Warm up our hamstrings for our workout. So feet right underneath the hip. We just got a regular stance. Good morning. Keeping that chest nice and tall, back's nice and flat. Really reach back behind you with your glutes and your hips. Get that good stretch. And squeeze glutes and hammies to come back up. Don't just hinge forward and stand up. Really focus on using the muscles in your whole posterior.
Three.
And we're going to go nice wide stance, toes pointed out. You're going to want to slightly bend your knees first. And then do a nice wide stance. Good morning. Should feel this on the insides of your legs.
Three, two.
Come back to a normal stance. We're going to go alternating. Good mornings. So making sure we keep that chest nice and tall, back nice and flat.
Three, two, one. Done.
All right. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm now. Today, we are going to do, let me turn this music down real quick. We're going to do 2 total rounds. And of these 2 rounds, you're going to do 4 rounds where you're going to go for 40 seconds and you're going to rest for 20 seconds. We'll do 4 movements. So we'll cycle through those for 4 rounds. And then we're going to rest for 2 minutes. And then we'll do it all over again. So another 4 rounds. You're going to do a total of 8 rounds. This workout moves pretty quickly. First movement are dumbbell curls. So what we're going to do, shoulders roll back and down, curl up, palms facing towards, and then rotate as we come down. So curl up, good squeeze, and 3-second count on the way down. You want to make sure these elbows are pinned into the sides of our rib cage. As we're going, a lot of times I'll see people kind of do this like hybrid row type of thing. You really want to focus on pinning those elbows tight to the rib cage so we isolate that bicep and work what we're trying to focus on there. Then we have a single leg deadlift. So you're going to stay on one leg for the full 40 seconds. On that next round through, we'll go ahead and switch to the other one. But one leg is going to be out front. This back leg, I'll let you choose if you want to keep it up in the air or put your toe down sort of as a kickstand for balance. But again, chest is nice and tall. That back stays flat. And we're going to go down for 3 seconds. If you have the hamstring mobility, your dumbbells might be able to touch the floor without rounding your back. For me, I'm going to stop here, make sure I keep that back nice and flat. Squeeze butt and hamstrings to come up for the full range of motion. Again, 3 seconds down, stand all the way up. Next round through, we will hit that other leg. For our core component, we're going to do tuck-ups. So what you'll do is you'll sit on the floor. Your hands will be behind you, kind of as support. You're going to come all the way out, point those toes, and squeeze core to come back up into this V position, all the way out and back up. What I really want you to focus on is when you're out here, really squeezing all those ab muscles to pull yourself together and not just lifting your legs to your chest. So really make sure we're focusing on engaging our full core on those. And then cardio. lots of options here. If you have any piece of cardio equipment at home, treadmill, bike, rower, whatever, feel free to use that. Otherwise, if you're doing this with just your body, we have a few different options you can do. We can do some power skips. You can jog in place. We have enough room in here where we can kind of run back and forth. So if you have that as an option, you can do that. Burpees, if you're doing those, make sure that chest gets all the way down to the ground. Jump all the way up at the top. And we can also do mountain climbers. Really, options are endless for this. We just want to get that heart rate up for 40 seconds. It's not that long of a time. So choose something that's really going to get there. And we're at like a medium pace. So nothing crazy balls to the wall, but also something that's challenging. We don't want it to be a casual walk in the park, but that's what we got. So again, you're going to work for 40 seconds, rest for 20 seconds. You'll do the curls, deadlift, tuck ups, cardio, go back to the top, do that for 4 times. We'll rest for 2 minutes, and then we'll do that all over again for 4. So that's what we got.
Let's go.
Always start the workout with a good look. Fist bump. We're going to have some royalty-free music playing in the background, so feel free to bump your own tunes on your side of the screen.
We'll have a clock going in the corner here to show us our countdown, so follow along there with our 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Getting started here. Pick up the dumbbells that you would like for your curls.
All right, we're going in 10 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. You'll notice that Blaine and I are both moving at a slower tempo. We are big on tempo work. It's time under tension.
15 seconds.
You don't have to rush through your movements. You'll still get an amazing workout. Moving nice and slow, focusing on your form.
The nice thing about that
3
is you don't have to use
1.
super heavy weights to still get a good workout in. So now we have single leg deadlifts.
Three, 2.
Go left leg
One.
first.
Yep, we'll go left leg out front. So another thing you want to focus on, keeping those dumbbells right up next to your leg. So almost like the heads of the dumbbell are tracing your legs. The more that weight travels out in front of your body, the more pressure that puts on your lower
15
back.
seconds remaining.
So really think about squeezing those lats down to keep that weight nice and close, but also to keep your shoulders pinned back, chest tall, and back flat.
3, 2, 1.
Keep you nice and safe. And we got tuck ups.
15 seconds remaining.
I love this workout format because it moves
3,
quickly, in my
2,
opinion.
1.
Here we go.
Go.
Make sure you get a good squeeze at the top. If you want to make these a little more challenging, you can move your hands up
10
towards
seconds remaining.
your glutes and kind of just rest your fingertips almost like your hands aren't really touching the floor. Wow, squeaky.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, we got cardio now. So again, lots of options. We just want to make sure we get our heart rate up, but at a moderate pace. So nothing super crazy to where when we get to the curls, you can't move. Something you can breathe through.
3, 2.
And jog it out in place. Here
Go.
we go.
So in the running world, I think they would call this like race pace. like as if you were running a little bit longer of a distance. So you got your race pace, your recovery, and then obviously your all-out sprint. And this would be more of a race pace that you settle into, that you could sustain for a decent amount of time.
Call it challenging but doable.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, round one's done. So right back to the bicep curls.
15 seconds remaining.
Wait a little closer or else I'm going to fry out my grip.
3, 2,
Here we go with those curls.
go.
If you've got a variety of weights at home,
15 seconds remaining.
a good way to kind of gauge if you're using the right one is if you're doing about 10 reps of a movement, the last 2 should start to feel
3.
pretty challenging, but not where you're breaking your form.
Rest.
All right, we got deadlift on the right leg.
So switching
15
legs this
seconds
time.
remaining.
We're going to alternate back and forth. Right leg out. Left leg kickstand behind you for that support.
3, 2,
And here we go.
go.
So there's a few ways you can weight a single leg deadlift. You can do it 2 dumbbells like we're doing right now. You could also do a single dumbbell on the inside opposite arm of the leg that's down. You could also do a single dumbbell where you hold both heads of the dumbbells and kind of try to trace or shave your leg with the handle. Or if you get to a point where that weight's too much, or you might not have dumbbells, you could pretend like you have dumbbells and almost do like a single leg good morning like we were doing in our warm-up, but mimic that deadlift movement and still get good work in.
Grabbing a pad for my lower half here because
3.
this was bothering my tailbone the first go around. So if you need something like that, feel free to grab it. Comfort.
If you don't have one of these little pads, they're really nice for a lot of different movements. If you do any kind of like a kneeling movement or a different core where you're in a plank, these are really nice. We incorporate a lot of half kneeling, single arm work or different types of plank work. So it wouldn't be a bad investment. You can get them off road. They're originally designed for handstand push-ups, but they're extremely useful for a lot of other things.
We call them the pizza boxes.
Yeah. But if you don't want to spend the money, a pillow will work just as great.
Or yoga mat.
Yep.
Anything that's going to get a little
Cushion.
cushion for your cushion.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Cardio.
2, 1.
I hit some burpees this time.
Go.
Whoa.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to mix it up. When you have workouts like these, where you have multiple rounds
Cardio.
of cardio, if you don't have any kind of cardio equipment, or you're not somewhere where you can just run a distance, it's nice to change it up so you're not doing the same thing all throughout the entire workout.
15 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
All right. 20 seconds again of rest here. That was round 2 already.
15 seconds remaining.
Gonna pick up our dumbbells again and go back for those curls. If you're starting to fatigue at any point with these,
3,
you can always
1.
alternate
Go.
where you're just pulling up one dumbbell at a time like this. Give your arm another little break there. So just wanted to call that out in case you need it as we go through these 8 rounds. One other thing to pay attention to throughout your workouts is your breath.
15 seconds remaining.
A lot of times when we're doing hard things, it can be easy to hold your breath. We want to make sure that we're breathing through.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Left leg, single leg deadlift.
Doing that every time.
And that-
15 seconds remaining.
It's another thing to kind of touch on is breathing throughout workouts. A lot of time people will let the movement dictate their breath,
3,
when in reality you should let your breath dictate your movement. Because if we let the movement dictate our breath, that's when we let that heart rate spike and you're not in control. And that's where you start to hyperventilate, have to stop and rest longer. And then the longer you rest, the less movement you're doing in your workout, which kind of defeats the purpose. You want to try to be moving throughout your entire workout. Now, obviously, there are going to come times where you do just get fatigued out to the point where you need to take a little break, and that's fine. I'm more so talking about
3,
just not staying in control of your breath and not affecting your workout negatively. So just make sure you're really focusing on
15 seconds
getting
remaining.
a nice steady breath. When people run, they find a nice little rhythm where they like inhale for 3 steps, exhale for 3 steps. You can do the same thing in your workouts, just each movement, you're going to have to figure out what that is. So inhale here, exhale on the way out. Inhale in, exhale out. So make it naturally flow with the movement. And that's just going to take some playing around or having a coach help you out with. If you ever need any kind of help with that, please feel free to
15 seconds
reach out to
remaining.
us and we would love to help you out with that.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Cardio.
15 seconds remaining.
Don't be afraid to slow your workouts down and really focus on good quality movement that's controlled, like these tempos that we use. The whole no pain, no gain thing has kind of been debunked over the last few years or so. Good quality movement is better than rushing through sloppy, injury-provoking movement. And plus, you just destroy your body. Like, destroying your body doesn't mean that you got a good workout in.
Speaking of that, I am showing a low impact option for cardio right now. So if you're a beginner or you're just getting back into movement, high knees walking in place is a great alternative.
3, 2,
If you have issues with your joints,
rest.
try rocking out those high knees.
All right, last round for this first set of 4.
Already on to round 4.
We'll get a nice 2-minute break.
Back to those curls.
3, 2, 1. Go.
If you showed up today or you're doing this workout, know that we are proud of you. When you take the time to invest in yourself,
15 seconds.
you're able to give so much more to the rest of your life. That cliche saying, you cannot pour from an empty cup, it's really not cliche because it's the truth.
3, 2,
If you have
1.
kids, if you have a demanding job, you've got other stressors in your life,
Remaining.
the best thing that you can do is be the best version of yourself so that you can handle those. And working out is a huge part of that. So 35 minutes a day.
Go.
Right leg out front.
These workouts, Makes all the difference. Doesn't have to be long and crazy, just consistent.
Show up for you so you can show up for them.
If you haven't done so already, make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel. We go live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central usually. This week we're a little different, but point being, you have a new workout from us every week. That is live and follow along.
3, 2.
We also have
Rest.
an app where you can work out with us daily.
15 seconds remaining.
If you're interested in doing so, the workouts are very similar in format to this. Take the guesswork out of it, just open the app and rock it out with us. And if you give us your time, we promise to give you some good results.
1.
Go.
15 seconds remaining.
Whoa!
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Cardio.
Got one set of cardio left here, and then we'll get a 2-minute break. I'm gonna rock out some jumping jacks this time.
3, 2, 1.
We'll go burpees again.
Go.
Just trying to give you guys options here to show you that you don't need equipment.
With your burpees, you can also do a step back, step up variation with a push up. Kind of change it up. This would be one of those instances where you're letting your breath control the movement and not vice versa.
Three, 2, 1.
Woo. All right, guys, we're officially halfway through. That was 4 rounds. We got a 2-minute break now. Let's go ahead and grab some water and then
Or some coffee.
or some coffee. We've got coffee handy. Depending on what time of day you're watching this. It is 8:30 a.m. Central time for us. So we're gonna take a quick break here, and then we're gonna run that exact thing back for 4 more rounds.
If you are tuning in, make sure you drop in the comments where you're tuning in from.
Yes.
We love to know who's joining us and who's following along. And like Caroline said earlier, if you're not already, please subscribe and then go follow us on all the major platforms, Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube. We put out some good content that hopefully will be able to help you in your day-to-day lives, whether it's fitness, nutrition, daily habits, lifestyle. There's a little bit in there of everything. So, and if there's ever anything you have questions on or any kind of content you would like to see from us, please let us know. Throw it in the comments, send us a message. We would love to help you out.
All right. 30 seconds left here. We're gonna run it back.
2 minutes felt like 40 seconds.
I know, right? We are going to start back up again with those curls. Check in with yourself at the halfway point. Are you good with the
15 seconds remaining.
weight selections that you had? Do you need to go up in weight? Can you challenge yourself a little bit more, or are you breaking form? Are you fatiguing where you might need to go down in weight? Those are some good indicators.
Go.
How you might know if you need to go up in weight is if you are repping these out, no problem. Add another 2 to 5 pounds. See how that feels. Again, maintaining form is the biggest thing. But we also want to make sure that you're not lifting things that are too easy. Otherwise, we're not fatiguing that muscle. We're not going to see that progress. If there are questions on knowing the right weights for you, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to talk you through that.
3.
Ideally, if you're working out from home,
Rest.
we're going left leg out here on these deadlifts next. If you're working out from home, at a bare minimum, if you had a light, medium, and heavy set of dumbbells, you'd be pretty darn successful with what you can accomplish with just that.
3.
That's the cool thing about fitness. We can leverage our body weight and just a few pieces of equipment and get a great workout in.
And on top of that, you can leverage your tempo. Like if you're kind of in between weights, if you're at your medium and can't quite get to your heavy yet, but the medium's too light, what you can do is add a 3-second count down on the eccentric portion. You could add a 3-second count down with a 3-second hold. And then you could also add a tempo to the concentric. So if you're doing the deadlift, it'd be a 3-second count on your way up. So there's lots of ways that you can challenge your body if you don't have the weights to be able to go up or down in weight. So again, that's something that we can help you out with. We'd be more than happy to help you out with.
All right, back to those tuck ups. Here we go. Remember, inhale on the way in, exhale on the way out.
By doing that, you naturally add a pause at the top and at the bottom, which are going to make these more challenging than if you just pump these out.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Cardio.
15 seconds remaining.
Woo! Feeling good, feeling warmed up. Should be. We're halfway through. Over halfway through. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Cardio time. Here we go.
Seconds remaining.
If you're watching this or tuning in, when you get a chance, drop in the comments what your favorite music is to work out,
3,
or if you have a favorite playlist
rest.
on Spotify that you like to listen to when you work out. Share that with us. Favorite artists, songs. I always love seeing what gets people going on their workouts. I'm a kind of person that can listen to anything. I love listening to even slow music.
This man listens to ballads sometimes when he works out, and I'm like, what?
I get the energy from the emotion of the song. So for me, I don't need something that's super upbeat in your face, which I understand a lot of people need that. But I can vibe out to a lot of different things. So I'm always interested in what other people like to listen to.
15 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, got those deadlifts again. Right leg out this time. Left leg is kickstand behind you. This is for support. If this is actually feeling too easy for you, you can actually let go of the kickstand and let your back leg go out as you bend down. But definitely make sure you've got a lot of stability and balance there before you give that a try. It's just a more advanced version or modification of this movement.
If you are kickstanding, try not to be on like the ball of your foot kickstanding, because that's where you'll start to kind of push off and use that as assistance. So think about more like top of your toe
15 seconds.
or like a toenail just like grazing the floor.
Very lightly touching it.
Yeah.
Three, two, one.
All right, back to those tuck ups already. Workout
15
moves
seconds
fast.
remaining. Three, two, one.
You are starting to fatigue on these. An option you do have is to use one of your feet as a stability marker. So kind of drop it and lightly touch that heel on the floor, and you can continue with this movement just in case you need a little bit more stability as we finish up these last couple rounds. But if you're rocking these out, even if they're challenging, but you're still maintaining good form, don't give up on yourself. Keep rocking out the harder version. That's how we grow.
If you do that other variation, just make sure you're switching your feet out.
Two,
Yep.
one. Rest.
Either alternate them or switch every few reps.
15 seconds remaining.
All right.
I'm going to stick with my every other burpee power skip, burpee power skip.
Three, two,
Go back to those jumping jacks. Here we go.
go.
You want to get more out of your burpees? Take this as an opportunity to work on your push-up. Don't just sloppily flop to the floor, land in a plank.
Slappily flap.
Do a good push-up, then hop back to the top.
Three, two,
Woo!
rest.
Curls. Coffee first.
15 seconds remaining.
We are halfway through the second round, so just 2 rounds left, and then we're done. Give yourself a woo woo.
Woo-hoo.
That.
Three,
Back to those curls. Here we go.
go. Fifteen seconds remaining. Three, two, one. Rest.
Left leg out again.
Last time on the left.
Right leg
15
kickstand. Here we
seconds
go.
remaining.
Whew.
Three,
All right.
two, one.
Here we go.
Go.
Now that we're getting into these later parts of this workout, really make sure we're still really focusing on that form. Nice tall chest, flat back. Keep the shoulders rolled back and down. And the best way to do that is to really squeeze those lats. So these muscles here on the side of you and that strand entire backside of your back to keep those weights pulled down and prevent them shoulders from rolling.
Three,
And that
two, one.
also helps keep that chest tall and back flat.
15
Back
seconds.
to those tuck ups. This will be the second to last time we do these. We're almost there, guys. You're doing great.
One. Go.
Keep it up. Be proud that you showed up today. Be proud of this little bit of time that you're investing in yourself. I know for me, whenever I get a workout in, really no matter what time of day, but especially in the morning, man, does it set the tone for the day. And I just feel like I can conquer anything after
15
that.
seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right.
15 seconds remaining.
Ready for some cardio? Again, you can switch it up. If you're doing something that's been feeling good, stick with that. You got a jump rope. You could jump rope it out. Your inner child, bring that back.
3.
Make sure you have enough ceiling height.
1.
Yeah.
Go.
There we go.
Also, make sure you're jumping on a smooth surface, and you're not, like, if you have any kind of workout mats in the space you're working out, just make sure that your rope's not landing on the lip, because that's one thing that'll tick you off real quick, is if you keep tripping up on your jump ropes and not knowing why, and it's because your rope's getting caught up on the lip of a mat or clipping something behind you. Just make sure your space is clear, because I've been there.
3.
I was gonna say, you sound like you're speaking from experience here.
Trying to figure out why the heck you can't do a single jump rope.
15
We're going
seconds
into our
remaining.
very last round of this workout. Woo! Great job, y'all. We got 4 movements left here. Going in our last round of curls.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Go.
Make sure those elbows are staying pinned in to the rib cage. And we're getting that good squeeze at the top. So pinned in at the rib cage. Notice how that elbow is not moving from the side of my body. Should be the same way for you. Thinking about if you had
15 seconds
a
remaining.
rod straight through both your elbows through the center of your body to where you literally could not move your arms out of that place.
3,
That's really going to isolate that bicep.
1. Rest.
All right, y'all. Last round here of deadlift. So right leg's out this time.
15 seconds
Been
remaining.
alternating every time. Left leg kickstand behind you. Remember, light touch here on that toe.
3,
There we go. Last round of these.
1. Go.
Gentlemen, tell me why are we wasting time on all your wasted crime when you should be with me instead. I know I can treat you better than you can.
15 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, just core and cardio left here.
15 seconds remaining. 3, 2,
Here we go on the suck ups.
go.
Hope the winds change to make you mine. I can give some reason why.
15 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
Just like that, we've got 1 movement left. Just cardio, y'all.
15 seconds remaining.
Whew.
3,
40 seconds left of this workout. Let's get it.
go. 15 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Great job, guys.
Good job.
High five to wrap it up. That concludes our workout for today. Again, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and find us across platforms so we can continue delivering amazing workouts for you. But with that, we wish you a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.